This is Secret America.
Welcome, everybody. I am Jack Danger along with Jay Gatling, and we have a lot to get to today. There is some crazy things that are going on. If you've noticed our thumbnail, it's actually really cool because it's me and Jay looking at a laptop, a computer that says Chat GPT on it, and it says press 1 to plan a murder or press 2 for a cupcake recipe. And the reason that that is our thumbnail is because apparently Chat GPT helped plan a murder. Apparently that's what's going on here in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada. The parents of a girl that were critically wounded in one of the biggest mass shootings, it was a school shooting also in Canada, they filed a civil lawsuit against Chat GPT maker OpenAI, who said they said they knew the shooter was planning a mass attack. OpenAI came forward to police after Jessie Van Rootseller killed 8 people and then herself last month. And this is a trans shooter, by the way, that killed 8 people and then herself in Canada. She also killed her mother and stepbrother. But so they said that the attacker's Chat GPT account had been closed, but that she evaded the ban by having a second account. The legal claim filed in the British Columbia Supreme Court alleged that OpenAI had specific knowledge of the shooter, utilizing Chat GPT to plan a mass casualty event. Jay, apparently OpenAI, Chat GPT, really any AI form can help you plan mass murders now if you'd like.
That's great, because we can't even post a video about making a cupcake on TikTok without getting a warning or a strike.
Oh, well, TikTok is ridiculous. I mean, that don't even get me started on TikTok.
I want to talk about it at some point, Jack, because I just got to get off my chest. But yeah, right now, what I'm saying, I'm making a comparison to say we can't do that, but somehow you could go through ChatGPT or these AIs and somehow plan literal mass murders, or who else knows what people are going to plan. And there's no red flag that goes off. There's nothing that maybe kicks back to somebody to say, maybe we should take a look at this. And I'm not about censorship or any of that at all. But when somebody's planning something like that and they're putting this through that system, shouldn't there be something that kicks in the algo? Maybe that says, hey, we need to take a look at this. That's just common sense.
The crazy thing is they did take a look at it. They took a look at it and they decided not to contact authorities. They said it did not meet the threshold of imminent threat. So they decided not to contact the authorities.
So basically you're saying that the algo did its job and they did look at it? Or is that what happened? Is that
they looked at it? Yeah, they saw it before it happened.
And they said, oh, this is no problem. I'm telling you.
Well, they didn't say it was no problem. They just said that it's not an imminent threat. Imminent meaning almost immediate.
To me, what it's planning.
It was planning, yeah.
I mean, it's planning it. It's not like she's saying, oh, I'm headed out right now to do. No, she's planning it. I think that's enough of a concern to maybe do a little bit of a deep dive in this person and keep an eye on them. I don't know, man.
But you'd be wrong about that, apparently.
Apparently so.
But that's also why they're being sued. So, I mean, you tell me. They knew, apparently, from the lawsuit alleges that they knew about this and that they decided not to do anything about it. And that's where we are now.
Good. I hope they do get sued, and I hope they lose a lot of money. I really do. How's that?
I mean, money's not. I mean, money would. It really, it's not even gonna, be a dent in their money, and it's not gonna bring the dead people back. So it's unfortunate all the way around because the daughter, the family that is the mother and the family that are suing OpenAI, their daughter was critically wounded. She was shot 3 times at close range. 1 bullet hitting her in the head. The other bullet hitting her in the neck, and a third grazing her cheek. She has a catastrophic brain injury that will leave her with permanent cognitive and physical disabilities.
Yeah, to me, this one seems like it could be preventable. But again, what do I know, Jack? I'm just some idiot on the internet, I guess. I like I said, we can't even make a post on TikTok without all of a sudden, literally within 2 seconds, within literally 2 seconds, a generic post with correct information, not misinformation, on TikTok we get it kicked out, and we can't even post it. But somebody's allowed to plan mass murder on these AIs, and I guess we looked at it, but we didn't think it was that big of a deal. Whatever, man. It drives you nuts. Drives you nuts.
A different debate on my personal end of this is, would you rather, in this situation, pretend you're a victim in this situation? Would you rather be dead, or would you rather have the cognitive impairments and physical disabilities for the rest of your life? I personally think in this particular situation, I would rather be dead.
I mean, God forbid, knock on wood, that never happens to you, me, or anybody we care about. How about anybody at all ever again? But of course,
you got to think that's worse.
It's horrible.
Let's say that now you're almost brain dead, so somebody has to help you pee. They have to help you poop. You drool down your mouth all day. You can't speak. All you can do is blink. I mean, my God, I think there are fates worse than death.
I'm giving you the symbol right now. Yeah. That's it. I agree. A horrible situation for not only for the person it happened to, but for their family. I mean, God, terrible.
And the medical bills, just the medical bills alone are going to be astronomical for the rest of her life.
Yep, 100%.
My goodness,
terrible.
Yeah, that's man. Just to think about, I couldn't imagine.
Neither.
Okay. So Jay, how would you like to know what Allstate can do with your phone? It's actually very interesting. Apparently, there's lawsuits out right now, right, that are claiming that Allstate is getting data they're getting data, first of all, without consent, to generate risk scores, influence premiums, deny coverage, and share with other insurers, possibly affecting drivers in 20 states. Get this. Allstate says, oh no, they deny wrongdoing. They said that they have opt-in requirements. But who the hell reads a 30-page opt-in document, first of all? And second of all, you have to opt in order to have the app. To have your insurance app, you have to opt in. It's not like there's an opt-out clause and then you can use the app. But Jay, get this, okay? Here's what they were doing. All right, apparently, and this is from a Fox 5 news clip that detailed the federal judge's ruling. And the judge ruled that they are permitting a class action lawsuit against Allstate because apparently Allstate was doing secret collection of a driver's location, speed, braking, and phone usage data via apps like Life 360 and car telematics from brands such as Toyota. Basically, they were using your phone to watch how fast you were going, watch how you brake, watch how you turn, watch how you park, and to see how often you use your phone while you're driving, all with, they say it was with your consent with an opt-in, but nobody can read the opt-ins. And like I said, in order to use the app, you have to opt in. So basically, they are collecting all this data on you. And what they're going to do is they share it with other insurance companies. And Toyota, companies like Toyota actually help them because they connect it to the car if the phone's connected to the car. So they can use like Google Maps. You know how Google can tell you how fast you're going and, if you're going over the speed limit, stuff like that. Well, this is the same thing, only they use that data to affect your insurance premiums and to infect your insurance premiums, generate risk scores, and even deny coverage if they think you go too fast, you brake too hard, whatever it is, Jay.
Yeah, it's incredible because this is like you have it where you'll volunteer. Your insurance company will say, oh, stick this thing into the port underneath your steering wheel. And if we think you drive safely, you don't have any hard braking on speed limit, all the stuff you mentioned, we'll lower your rates. Or
now that's fine. That's a fine thing because you opt into it. You pushed in there yourself.
Right. That's eyes wide open. This is not. And like you said, oh, there's an opt-in. No, where's my opt-out?
Exactly. You can't.
You didn't put an opt-out where I could say, no, I want to use the app without this. So no, there's really there is no choice. So, and it's game they're playing. I'm glad that this judge allowed this lawsuit to go forward. And I hope, again, I'm going to say it for the second time, I hope they lose a lot of money in this. Allstate. Will it bankrupt them? No, of course not. But I hope they lose some money on this because this is like a digital score. This is a social score for car insurance.
It's a driving credit score. Just like a social credit score, it's a driving credit score.
A driving credit score where it's hard enough to get insurance, especially if you have kids. If you have kids, the amount of money that these insurance companies want to insure your kids when they first start driving is literally crippling. It is
Insanity.
literally crippling. And I get it. Kids are bad drivers. They make stupid choices. They feel immortal. They feel invincible. They drive too fast. They do a lot of stupid things. I get it. I understand there's more of a risk, but the amount of more money that you get charged, it's already hard enough. Now they want to throw this on you when you don't even know what's happening. And Jack, what'll happen is you'll like maybe want to switch insurance companies, and you'll go to say from Allstate to State Farm, and you'll call State Farm like, well, no, we're not. No, you're horrible. You're not a good driver. Like, what are you talking about? I have no accidents. I have no summonses. I have nothing on my record. What do you mean I'm a bad driver? And they'll just say no, and you won't even know why. Well,
and that's the thing, though. That is the thing right there. First of all, there's no way that this data can be accurate, because a lot of times it doesn't know what speed you're actually going. It judges it based on different data and telemetrics based on the speed limit and based on how far. But see, the thing is, the data, especially, and you have to have phone internet for one thing in order for that to work. So if you don't have phone internet, or you shut your phone off, but who the hell does that? They just put it over the side. But let me tell you that the internet that you use, the phone internet, is not fast enough to see real-time data. It updates every few seconds to see how fast you're going. It's not a constant real data thing. So there's no way they can have up to the minute actual accurate data. So really they're just using random guesses, random statistics, just random things for points of different driving, saying, oh, you sped here, you sped there, you sped at this time. Yeah, you have no accidents on your record, yet we're going to deny you coverage. And the thing is, now, apparently, they can deny coverage for this, and they do. They give it to many other places, like many other insurance companies, and they deny coverage for that. And now, if you get denied coverage, even with no accidents on your record, what happens if they share this with all the insurance companies and you can't get insurance? You're not allowed to drive.
They've got you by the what, and
or
what
they can charge you astronomical money.
That's what it is. You can't drive without car insurance. You can't, right? You cannot risk it. Of course, you're not allowed. It's against the law, right? So they're at the point where they're just you'll pay whatever you kind of have to, and it's kind of like a game. And to me, this is also collusion. They're colluding. These different insurance companies are colluding with each other because they know it's going to drive the prices up on this person, whoever it is, for every company. And then one company's going to finally, we'll take this one. You guys take the next one. I swear to God, Jack, I'm speculating right now, but does that sound that far-fetched to you that they would be in on this? Be like, yeah, you guys take this batch. We'll take this batch, but they're all going to be paying a lot more than they would have if we didn't have this information, right? It's crazy. So I hope this lawsuit gets a lot of coverage, and I hope Allstate gets crushed.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Because that's crazy. It needs to send a message to these insurance companies that this is not okay. You can't just, it's basically, it's not price fixing, but it's collusion.
It's collusion.
You're colluding with all the other companies to say, hey, if they have these telemetrics on their data, if this is their risk score, let's all make sure we don't charge them less than this amount, no matter who they go to. And
exactly.
That's what they can do. And that's why this lawsuit needs to, really send a message, if you ask me.
100%, because it's, as I said, they're already, in my opinion, gouging us. My insurance goes up, and I have a perfect driving record forever. My insurance for whatever, it goes up every year. A certain amount of money. I said, why? Well, it was inflation. Well, it was this. Well, it was that. Well, your best friend's cousin's boyfriend's former college roommate had an accident, and you knew them 15 years ago. So we got to rate. It's ridiculous. And this, I wonder how long this has been going on. That's what I'd like to know. Maybe that'll come out in a lawsuit.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible that it could come out in the lawsuit, and I hope it does, because we need to know as much as we can about this to make sure that it never happens again. Because I don't think this is a legal thing, and maybe it is. Because I think the reason that they think it's legal is because they give you a quote unquote opt in. But if you can't opt out, how the hell is that an opt in?
It's not. It's you are either doing it or you're not using this service. That's not an option.
Absolutely. Okay. So did you hear about the shooting at the Michigan synagogue? It was a vehicle, a Ram truck ramming something. I think it was the synagogue itself or something. Yeah, they rammed their vehicle into the synagogue in Michigan. The suspect was eventually killed by a security guard, but 8 first responders ended up going to the hospital after this. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw a lot about it. There was a press conference literally right before we came on the air, the latest one, and I really didn't get a chance to listen because we were getting ready for the show. So this guy
it's an unremarkable shooting. I mean, it's not anything special. But the reason I bring it up, Jay, is because this seems like something that is almost like a false flag type of thing, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, get this. What are the odds? And let me ask you this. What are the odds? And I want your particular opinion here, Jay. What are the odds that this man, this person right here, would ram this particular synagogue, open fire, wound all these people? What are the odds that there would be a mass shooting and a ramming at this particular Michigan synagogue that was also the site of an FBI active shooter drill just 2 months earlier? What do you think the odds are of that? This particular synagogue was a site of an FBI active shooter drill just 2 months ago, and now all of a sudden there's an active shooter. What do you think the odds are of that?
I don't know. And I'd like to find out more. I'd like to know how many other places in that area are doing active shooter drills at this time, how many when they did them. I don't know.
Well, this was the FBI, so they don't do like a lot of them everywhere. It's just one place.
I don't know. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. They'll pick a central location and then
exactly because it's the FBI. It's not like a city or state thing.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I'd like to find out more about this. This is
very weird.
It is.
Here, let me play this real quick, Jay. I haven't listened to this, so I don't know what it's going to say. But I want to see more about this because this is very strange to me. It's an odd situation, you know. And as much as we know about false flag operations, and they do occur, we know that for a fact. We actually proved that here on Secret America with Operation Northwoods, showing you that the declassified CIA document where they wanted to do a false flag, and JFK said no, and then he was killed for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this right here, Jay. I want everybody to see this. I don't know what it's going to say, but let's listen.
Is that we have just learned that the FBI Detroit held an active shooter training drill situation. I should say, a training drill just 6 months ago at this temple.
It wasn't 6 months ago. It was 2 months ago. Notice it says January.
They held an
active
shooter training or drill 6 weeks ago at this temple.
Weeks. There you go. Not months, baby. Weeks.
Yeah, you switched it 6 weeks ago.
But what are the odds of that, Jay? I mean, to me,
I don't know.
That seems suspicious. That's just me.
Question needs to be asked for sure. Is that place, is it the type of, I've been involved in a lot of those drills, active shooter drills, plane crash drills, mass response drills. And a lot of times they're picked for certain reasons. The locations are picked for certain reasons because they have the capability of putting that many people around the certain location. So that's something that needs to be asked and found out about. I find
it weird that the shooter, not just 6 weeks later, they have an active shooter. The FBI picks this particular location to do an active shooter drill. 6 weeks later, they have an active shooter at that particular location. I just, and just find it weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that has to be looked at. I'm just glad he's dead. How's that?
Yeah, well,
I'm glad he's dead. Yeah. So either way, he's dead. He won't be doing that again, no matter where it is, whether it's at a place that was an active shooter drill or another place that wasn't. So he's gone. And let's hope that the other ones that want to do stuff like this, whether it's at a synagogue, whether it's at a school, or wherever the hell it is, that they get killed too before they kill anybody else. And I'm glad there was security there, Jack. But here's what I want to talk about. There was armed security there. Look what happened.
Yeah.
No kids were killed. Nobody,
exactly.
Right? No mass casualties.
Kill anybody else.
Right. Exactly. He didn't kill anybody else because they actually had armed security on site. They didn't have to wait for the police to respond.
Exactly.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Very interesting, isn't it? They did not have to wait for police. So yeah, there was nobody was killed in that particular incident. So Jay, speaking of mass shootings, we know that there was a shooting at the Old Dominion University, and the shooter was ID'd as Muhammad Jalal. He's a former Army National Guardsman. But get this. Remember how I told you it was either yesterday or the day before that the U.S. actually intercepted communications from Iran where they were trying to activate sleeper cells.
Yep.
Well, the question has been brought up if this person was part of a sleeper cell, because this particular person, and this is very interesting actually, this particular person, and I'm gonna read this real quick. Mohammed Jalal, a former member of the Army National Guard, was arrested on July 3rd for attempting to provide material support to the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. That's ISIL, okay? According to the complaint, Jalal is alleged to have attempted to provide services by assisting in the procurement of weapons to be used in what he believed was going to be an attack on U.S. soil committed in the name of ISIL. In addition, the complaint alleges that Jalal attempted to provide material support to ISIL by providing money to assist in the facilitation of individuals seeking to join ISIL. So what he did was he actually tried to procure weapons for them, which he believed was going to be used to attack people on United States soil. And he provided money to assist in recruiting people to join ISIL. I mean, that is right there. That's treason. He is a naturalized citizen in America. That is treason. His citizenship should be revoked. Should he be deported? No. He should be given the death penalty. Forget this shooting right here that occurred. I don't know how the hell is he out of jail. This happened on July 3rd. How the hell is he out of jail for giving material support, money, and weapons to a terrorist group that wanted to attack the United States? This man was arrested on July 3rd. Just, not even 10 months ago or whatever it is. Not even 10 months ago yet. He's out of prison or out of jail, and now it just committed a mass shooting. How the hell is this possible?
Listen, Jack, right before we came on, I was losing my mind on this, right? We are a stupid country. I keep saying, President Trump has said it. I keep saying it. Why are we a stupid country? This guy, like you said, naturalized citizen, not even born here, natural born. I'm going to go as far as say this, Jack. If you're a natural born citizen and you do what this guy did, I want you kicked out of the country too. Let alone this guy's not a natural born citizen. He does this. Some reason he's out of jail. Like you said, he never should have got out of jail.
He should get the death penalty. This is
right.
Actual treason. You're a citizen of the United States. This is treason.
Yes.
What the hell did they charge him with that he was allowed to be out of jail?
What did he say? He's sorry? Like
this is unbelievable.
Like, I just can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. That's great. Now you're going to get the death penalty or kick the hell out of here.
We're forgetting one thing here, Jay. This was in heavily Democrat-controlled Virginia. All right? Heavily Democrat-controlled Virginia, meaning he might have got out with no cash bail. He probably wasn't charged with federal crimes like he should have been, even though it says, what does it say? It says he was arrested. It doesn't really say who. It says that the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, listen to this, the Assistant Attorney General for National Security, okay? And they said they will make his initial appearance today at 2 p.m., yada, yada, yada. I'm trying to see what the hell he was charged with, because I don't see any kind of actual real charges, not for this particular shooting, but for the July 3rd thing that happened. I don't see any actual charges, any real charge. The man procured weapons for a terrorist group to attack Americans, and he gave money to recruit more people to attack Americans, yet he was out within 10 months. He's been out longer than, a day. So it's probably more just like a few months. But we know that this is an actual Democrat-run state, heavily Democrat-run state. So we know why he's out.
Jack, when are we going to, as I said, stupid country, this guy shouldn't have been here in the first place after he did this. But like you said, if he's going to be here, he should never be out of prison ever. Or I thought for treason, isn't the penalty death?
Listen to this.
This is treason, like you said.
It should be. It should be. But listen to this. They said that, let's see right here. It says the criminal complaint charges Jalal with attempting to provide material support and resources to ISIL, a designated foreign terrorist organization. Listen to this. If convicted, Jalal faces a maximum penalty of 20 years. Maximum penalty of 20 years. This is it doesn't get more treason than this, being a citizen of a country and then trying to facilitate an attack on that country. That is the literal definition of treason, but the man is out on probably no cash bail, and he faces a maximum of 20 years in prison. He'll probably get 10. He'll probably serve 5.
Jack, did this guy, when first of all, he's in the National Guard. This is another thing. He's military trained. Military trained. And like you said, you brought up that we did this on our episode the other day about the sleeper cells.
Yep.
This is perfect. I mean, this is like, you want to talk about perfect timing or coincidences like we just talk about, and we talk about them a lot, right? That's how we try to find out if things are true or if there's a reason to believe something's true. So we talk about the other day how sleeper cells are going to be, quote unquote, awakened. This guy, perfect, military trained, already has a background of committing, like you said, treason against the United States of America. Now out. Now all of a sudden, to me, my God, how many other ones now, like you said, Jack, are going to be activated? This one is the tip of the iceberg. Again, military trained, and we let this guy back out because he said he was sorry. I don't even know.
This is a shooting, Jay. There are going to be bombings. This is just a shooting.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I just don't. This is another one. We just read about the one in the beginning on the show with the AI, with the person planning mass murder on AI. Now we have one where we have this guy, which is, I mean, you don't, the breadcrumbs are laid out for you. You don't have to be, Sherlock Holmes to figure out that this guy might be a problem. But here we go. He's allowed to do what he did. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say anymore. It's hard to fathom that, again, we could be this stupid when we're the most powerful country in the world. I don't get it. We're trying to destroy ourselves.
I wouldn't even call us stupid. I would say it only happens in Democrat-run states. That state is all Democrat.
We're stupid for allowing it to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's only so much you can do when half the country is Democrat. So it's not the best situation we're in.
Yep, you're correct. You're correct.
So, Jay, let me ask you something. What is the role of a vaccine? What are vaccines supposed to do?
They're supposed to prevent illness. They're supposed to stop something from happening, from you getting sick.
Yeah, so you get injected with a vaccine which has some of the illness in it. And what it does is it makes your antibodies be able to recognize that as an illness, and then if you get it, it fights it. It has the antibodies fight it harder. Correct. So that's what it does. So you assume that a vaccine is going to help you. And let's forget about the COVID vaccine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the COVID vaccine. I'm talking about a vaccine that people have been taking for decades, the flu shot. You assume the flu shot is helping you. The elderly assume the flu shot is helping them. But I want to show you something. Oh. There is a video. Now, this has not been done in a long time. And believe me, it is still the case, though. But there is a video from 2006 that shows something totally different, Jay. And I want everybody to see this because it's actually really incredible. Take a look.
Here's what scientists have found. Over 20 years, the percentage of seniors getting flu shots increased sharply from 15% to 65%. It stands to reason that flu deaths among the elderly should have taken a dramatic dip, making an X graph like this. Instead, flu deaths among the elderly continue to climb. It was hard to believe, so researchers at the National Institutes of Health set out to do a study adjusting for all kinds of factors that could be masking the true benefits of the shots.
Did you hear what they said? They set out to justify why this was happening, for any justification, any rationalization they could find, and they couldn't find one.
But no matter how they crunched the numbers, they got the same disappointing result. Flu shots had not reduced deaths among the elderly. It's not what health officials hoped to find. NIH wouldn't let us interview the study's lead author, so we went to Boston and found the only co-author not employed by NIH, Dr. Tom Reichert.
We realized that we had incendiary material.
Did you hear what he said? We realized that we had incendiary materials, meaning that this data is it's gonna cause a firestorm because everybody's getting this vaccine, yet the deaths continue to climb.
Dr.
Look at the
Reichert
date,
says
Jack.
they
Look at
thought
the
their
date.
study would prove vaccination
Well, yeah, I said this video was 2006.
That's
had
crazy.
helped.
We were trying to do something mainstream, that's for sure.
Were you surprised?
Astonished.
They were astonished. Check this
Did you
out.
check the data a couple of times to make sure?
Well, even more than that, we've looked at other countries now.
They even tried to look at other countries, Jay, just to find any rationalization, any kind of justification for why deaths were continuing to climb despite everybody getting 65% getting the flu vaccine. But get this, the more that they got the flu vaccine, the more deaths there were, Jay.
Yeah, because probably the more their own immune system, which is the natural way our bodies are supposed to do things, was compromised and
Began
changed.
attacking itself.
Yep. I think I've gotten one flu shot in my life. I did it once and I said never again, because I think that was the one time I actually got a bad flu. And I said, I'm not doing that ever again. The whole definition of vaccine, we said it right at the beginning of this segment. You're like, well, it's supposed to teach your body or program your body you have the antibodies to fight it off so you don't get it. Like
But
the
they do
polio vaccine.
inject you with the actual virus.
Correct. Like the polio vaccine actually works, right? Nobody gets polio that gets the polio vaccine. The flu vaccine was never a vaccine. It was a therapeutic at best. Now it looks like it was a kind of something that's really bad for you. The same thing with the COVID vaccine. They're not vaccines. They're not. We always let these people completely change the definition of these words to fit their narrative that all of a sudden it's a vaccine. No, it's not. The polio vaccine is a vaccine. Nobody who gets that shot walks around with polio. Nobody. But when you get the COVID vaccine, all of a sudden, when they first told us, oh, you can't get it, you can't transmit it, it's this, it's that. And then 10 minutes later, well, you might be able to get it. Oh, wait, you might be able to transmit it. Oh, wait, it might not really work. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. And now with this, that's 2006. Like you said, how many millions of people have gotten multiple flu shots where they're now at the point where now their body can't fight it off at all. And now they're dying as they get older.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's interesting that you said that because I saw this awesome. I wish I could find it in time. You know, I think of things while we're doing the show, and I'm thinking, man, I would love to be able to play that right now. There was something that showed what you were just talking about with how they said those things, and it kept changing and changing and changing.
Right.
It was a very interesting. I'm going to see if I can find that real quick.
Well, somebody's telling me you might want to do your research about the polio vaccine. Well, here's what I'll say about the polio vaccine. It certainly works a lot better than the flu one. And
It did eradicate polio. People still get polio, but it's very rare.
Exactly. And it certainly worked a lot better than the flu vaccine. So, I mean, I guess, listen, there's problems with everything. There's problems with all these medicines and vaccines. There's side effects, there's failures, this and that. But it's not near the same scale of utter and complete failure that COVID and the flu, and I'm sure there's plenty of other ones, and maybe Dr. Malone next week can tell us a lot about that. So,
yeah, that's going to be interesting. When Dr. Robert Malone comes on, we will definitely talk to him about vaccines and everything else, because I mean, the guy is absolutely brilliant. So it's going to be nice having him on the show, as well as we got Eduardo Bitar tomorrow. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Eduardo Bitar, he is the leader of the opposition to the Venezuelan regime. He is really big in Venezuela. And then Wednesday, we have Roger Stone. You know, that's going to be actually really amazing. I want to stop real quick and just say, everybody, make sure you follow us on X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Instagram, TikTok. All of them are Secret America TV. Every single one of the social media sites and the streaming sites, it's all one name, Secret America TV. And we are live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to watch the show, you know, and follow us. And, you know, I mean, it's very interesting. You can't, at least every day when you're done watching the show, you can't say that you didn't learn something you didn't know.
well, listen, 100%. And CG, I see your comments. We will talk to Robert Malone, Dr. Malone, next Friday about all this stuff, about the polio vax. We're going to touch on all of it. This is obviously his lane, and nobody better to talk to than him to get some real answers. And that's why we're having him on Secret America. We're thrilled to have him on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be amazing. You know, also with Roger Stone, and then tomorrow with Eduardo Bitar, that's going to be a lot of fun too. So, yeah, we got a huge lineup coming up this week for tomorrow and for next week. So that'll be a lot of fun. Jay, I want to show you something, okay? Do you know who Walter Masterson is?
Walter Masterson.
Yeah. He is a person that goes around and pretends to be things to interview people, right? Well,
Okay.
he did this on January 6th. I want to show you how easy it was for people to become Trump supporters and blend in and then cause problems on January 6th. Take a look at this.
He's getting his disguise on.
Okay, so I'm gonna wear a mask underneath the mask. Okay.
Just for a little extra protection, because this very well may be a super spreader kind of
I
thing.
think you should wear this.
Oh God.
Here, this is your mask.
Oh my God, the America mask. I might take this America beanie too, because this Trump 2020 hat, hard to stomach. I might wear it backwards, so I don't have to be too heavy.
Dude, I'm not fucking with you. You gotta blend in. I'm absolutely not kidding. You need to have an identifier. They won't trust you unless there's a visual, like there's something visual.
Do you hear that? They won't trust you talking about Trump supporters unless there's something visual.
What do you think, folks? Do we trust this is a Trump supporter? There is an imposter among us.
I mean,
There is an imposter among us. They are absolutely correct. They were the imposters. And it shows how easy it is for someone just to throw on some bullshit, pretend they're a Trump supporter, rile up the other Trump supporters, and then, you know, Capitol Police let them walk right in.
Yeah, well, we've said that whole thing was one big entrapment scam. It was a big
without a
entrapment
doubt.
scheme. This guy's got the thin blue line hat on. It's on my sleeve, but I actually wear it because it's what I believe in. It's what I'm about. He's using it to try and cause problems. That video was from J 6th, 2021, Jack, before he went in. That video.
That was on January 6th before he went in. Yes, it was.
What did he do that? Do we know what he did that day in particular, or?
No, he was just his usual videos are just, you know, dressing up like somebody and going to interview them, even though he's not part of that group. So I assume he did that. But the video was just to drive home the point of how easy it is to blend in and then screw people over.
Sure. Listen, what's the video? I forget his name. He's huge on Instagram and TikTok. He puts on like all the jewelry, the nose ring, he's got on like the blue hair, and he goes crazy, and he walks up to people's houses who he sees like signs on that shows they're obviously completely progressive left. And he goes in there and he'll like completely get them to contradict themselves, and then they'll throw him out of the house. It's kind of like that. You could do it either way. So it'd be real easy if I really put my hair blue, throw some fake tattoos onto my face or something, throw some crazy stuff, and I could blend into one of these leftist protests probably if I really wanted to. Do I really want it? I'm not going to do that because I don't want to, but I could. So yes, it's probably pretty not that hard to infiltrate these places. It really isn't. And especially to cause problems. And here's the thing. When you cause problems at a Trump rally, the media is going to pick up on it a lot quicker if you're dressed up with, like he was, thin blue line hat, make America great again, and he's causing problems. Oh, the cameras are going to flock to him and say, oh, look, here we go. There they are, right?
No, you're absolutely right. Jay.
Yes.
I'm going to switch subjects here for a second because I've got something that is creepy and weird. All right. Their Target, if you don't, everybody knows who Target is, the big department store, is selling some children's books that have shocking similarities to what we've learned in the Jeffrey Epstein files. Okay? This book, and this is a children's book, is about a monster who eats children. Okay? He gaslights, he lies and he gaslights everyone around him to say that he doesn't eat children. But then there are clear clues on each page you turn that he eats children. This is a children's book, okay? And guess what? On his stomach, kind of like a symbolism thing. You know how we talk about symbolism in movies and stuff like that? He has 666 written on his stomach, if you notice.
In a children's book?
Oh, yeah. Take a look at this. This is being sold at a Target near you. All right, take a look at this. We're going to remove this so everybody can watch.
In light of everything that is going on right now, I'm not feeling this. Okay, so there's a bunch of children around. He
Look at
says,
this.
I do not eat children.
I do not eat children. What the hell is this about? Why is that?
I would never eat a child.
I'd
Yeah,
never eat a child.
Right.
What do you think I am?
Uh,
A monster?
yeah.
How is this a children's book? It's not about anything except for him eating kids.
Wait, are you suggesting that I do eat children?
Yeah, we heard you the first time. How many times you got to say it?
Well, maybe it is you who eats children.
There you go. The Democrat slogan. It's not me, it's you.
Not
Yep.
me. I love children.
Oh, he loves children, all right.
Look what's in the burp.
What is that?
Children's like a bicycle tire,
Items
children's
belonging to
hat,
children.
slice of pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Oh, pardon me.
And you can see the Target basket. She's clearly at Target.
Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes.
Oh, about children again? You gonna say it again for the 15th
And
time?
all these kids are missing now.
And I want you to watch the end. Look, I do not eat children.
I do not eat children.
All the children are gone except for that one child. This is a children's book, everybody. This is insanity.
It's insanity. Well,
I
She
do
says,
eat
"I
liars.
do
The
eat liars."
the little black child said, "I do eat liars."
But
What?
also,
Look at his stomach. Look
That-
at his stomach.
absolute symbolism. Absolutely.
what is this?
Absolutely.
Wow, that is
Who?
incredible. That
Go
is
back,
at
Jack.
Target.
Who's the author? I saw Mahoney as the author.
Let's see.
I saw Mahoney.
Jay Mahoney, whoever the hell
Jay-
Jay Mahoney is.
Maybe that's his middle initial. Is there a first name, Jay Mahoney?
Let me see. Yeah, there might be over to the left. I can't really see it though. But I'm sure if you put in "I do not eat children," you'll find the author.
Yeah, find them. Put in "I do not eat children." Mahoney.
Let me
Mahoney
look and
needs to be
see,
put in a
actually.
mental institution. Mahoney doesn't belong out in society. Mahoney's crazy. Okay.
That is a children's book. Yeah.
It's insanity. It's
And it's
absolutely.
actually, it says it's by Marcus Cutler. That's weird.
Who's Mahoney?
Why the hell does it say Mahoney? Maybe he's the one that drew the pictures.
Maybe illustrated by Mahoney. Maybe because
Yeah, probably so. But what I
Okay.
don't understand, yeah, it's by Marcus Cutler. But what I don't understand is how is this a children's book about anything? The whole time he says, "I don't eat children, I don't eat children, you eat children." And then at the end, the child says, "I eat liars." What the hell are you talking about?
because
What
he
is
ate
that?
because he ate the children, so he lied. He said,
Yeah,
"I
but
don't eat
you're
them."
saying the child eats liars? What?
Yeah, so now the child's going to eat a monster. The whole thing is so bizarre and creepy and just absolutely ridiculous that that's not a child's subject. First of all, especially like the person that made the video said now, and I am so glad that I stopped going to Target probably 4 years ago when they started putting all those
It's
kids.
got its own website, dude. It's got its own website. I do not eat children.com.
Should be taken freaking down. I mean, I'm sorry. It's not meant for children, but children are going to flock to it because it's geared towards them. Look at the pictures.
Well, who
Those
the
are
hell?
children.
It's not meant for anybody. It's not even got a story. It literally
Right.
just repeats, "I don't eat children" for 20 pages. And then the child says, "I eat liars," and while he's eating all the children. What
Is
the
this-
fuck is that?
Is this like messaging? Is this like, it's not even subliminal. It's like out in your face. And I remember when you used to have to spin the records backwards and they said, "Oh, it's a subliminal message in the record when
yeah.
you spin it back." You don't have to do that anymore. Now we're just putting books about eating children in mainstream stores. I don't even know. I don't even know. We are our society. Hello, we got to wake up. What's going on?
Yeah.
And those people,
I mean, it's absolute insanity.
The
absolute
author,
insanity.
the artist, the publishing house, everybody involved with that book needs to be put in a mental institution.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolute insanity. Okay, Jay, did you know that the Army is actually offering a $5,000 reward for information about 4 drones that were stolen from Fort Campbell? 4 drones were stolen from Fort Campbell today.
Wonderful. That's great news.
Well,
Especially
not
right
only
now.
were the 4 military drones stolen from Fort Campbell, but the people that did it, let's just say they're not the sharpest knives in the drawer. They put on all this stuff so you can't see who they are. Facial recognition could easily find out who these people are. Take a look at this. Look at this. You can see their faces, and that's as much as I could zoom in. I wish I could zoom in more on this thing, but you can't. But you can see this guy on the left, his full face right there. Okay.
Yeah.
And the guy on the right, you can see his eyes and his nose, his eyebrows. That's all of that is enough for an ID with facial recognition software. And for them to get into Fort Campbell and steal those drones, they have to know that place intimately. So it's somebody that's been there before.
Gee, I wonder who.
Incredible stuff, I must say.
Let's try and guess who we think this might be, Jack.
Jeffrey Epstein.
No, yeah, I don't think it's Jeffrey Epstein, but it's probably maybe along the same lines of the person we described at Old Dominion. That's good.
Very possible, but those are two white people. I will say those are two white people.
No, radicalized maybe. I don't know. What the hell? Jack, you know, they figured they watched a lot of they play video games. They're probably gamers, and they thought like in their video games, people with those masks, they never get caught. So they said, we're going to do the same thing. Morons.
The only thing is, though, in order to not get caught, you have to actually wear the mask. You know? I mean, why wear a ski mask if you're going to pull it above your eyebrows? Why wear a full mask if you're going to pull it down below your mouth? What the hell are you doing?
I also never understood the stocking. You ever see when people put the stockings over their head? I'm like, I can still see exactly what you look like.
You can. I don't understand that either, but it does mess up camera facial recognition software. But you can see what a person generally looks like.
Right. I always love that. The stocking over the head.
Wearing
like
pantyhose on your head.
That's you.
It's incredible. Okay. So, Jay, you know how California is a total shithole with Gavin Newsom running the place, right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, apparently, George Soros recently funded a ballot measure called Proposition 64, Prop 64, okay? There was money from that measure that is supposed to go to substance abuse to help people with substance abuse problems, okay? Which is a noble cause. Help these people get off this and become productive members of society. But what ended up happening, Jay? What do you think ends up happening? I'm going to tell you what ended up happening. Instead, California Democrats took that money and redirected it, $370 million, into registering new voters. Get this. California Doge found California Democrats use the state agency called Elevate Youth to launder taxpayer money into registering voters. Elevate Youth funneled money meant for substance abuse to help to get out the vote and organizing for Democrats. George Soros paid for a fake ballot measure claiming it would help victims of substance abuse. Once it was passed, all the money collected in new taxes, as if you need more new taxes in California, all the money collected in new taxes from that ballot measure was redirected into registering voters and organizing registration. I want you to take a listen to this, Jay, because this is what's happening in California, and it's why if we don't fight back, we're never going to win California again.
Hello, I'm Jenny Ray LaRue, the director of CalDoge. Today, CalDoge is releasing the first of many investigations into fraud, waste, and abuse in California. Do we have a good one for starters? Or maybe better stated, Steve, a bad one if you're a California taxpayer. Today, our spotlight is on Elevate Youth, based right here at Ground Zero in Sacramento. Elevate Youth is innocently named. It is anything but innocent. Elevate Youth is a financial intermediary, one of many in California's nonprofit web, that has received $370 million in funding since 2019. Elevate Youth is under the umbrella of the Center at Sierra Health Foundation. Here's the rub. According to Proposition 64, passed by California voters, to both legalize cannabis sales starting in 2018 and approve tax funds.
By the way, real quick, I'm going to stop this for a second. How funny is it? I want everybody to hear this. How funny did you hear what she just said? How funny is it that they legalized drugs in order to tax them and then use that money for substance abuse?
Wow.
I mean, is that not incredible? They legalized drugs so they could tax them and use the drug money for substance abuse problems.
I gotta wrap my head around that. You're gonna have to later. I gotta wrap my head around that to figure out like a good kind of comparison as to what that is, because that
Oh my God.
that is a Jedi mind trick, is what
That's incredible. Incredible. And I'm not even, I'm not even against marijuana. I'm not for it and I'm not against it. I nothing it. I honestly don't care. But it's just funny how they legalize a drug and tax it so they can stop people from using drugs.
How does that work?
That's the whole point.
Oh my God, how does that even work? Oh, by the way, the person behind her is Steve Hilton.
Yeah.
He's the one of the people running for governor as a Republican.
Oh, good.
That's
Good.
what he is. That's
If he's part of California Doge, I would vote for him.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best we probably could kind of do there, Jack. He's not
Well,
great.
you're not going to get great candidates.
No, you're not.
Not in California.
No, it's kind of like
they know in California they don't have a chance to win. With all the illegals out there that vote with no voter ID, with the Democrats stealing taxpayer money and using it towards their own campaign, voter registration and all that, $370 million was meant to help drug abuse victims. Instead, they use that money to get elected.
Wait a minute. Isn't that a misappropriation of funds?
You'd think so, but here's the thing. Here is the thing, though. They sent that money to Elevate Youth, which is a financial intermediary. It's not the Democrats that did this. The Democrats gave it to Elevate Youth, who was supposed to give it to the substance abuse people. Instead, they funneled it back to the Democrats. So the Democrats are in the clear here. It's not their fault. They gave it to Elevate Youth. But here's the key. Elevate Youth is actually run by the Democrats.
Well, Jack, I'm sure there's gonna be a big investigation into this by Democrats.
No, Gavin Newsom is on this, Jay.
It'll be an investigation by Democrats.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, Gavin Newsom is investigating himself as we speak.
Yes.
I hear he's close to an arrest.
Yeah, absolutely. The cuffs are going to be slapped on any minute. In fact, I can hear them now. Click. I hear it. I hear it.
Gavin Newsom said he is close to arresting himself for all the crimes that he has committed. He said he's going to get him. He said I am going to get myself if it takes me for the rest of my life. If it's the last thing I do, I will arrest myself. And ever since then, he hasn't come through with that promise.
Oh God, Gavin Newsom. All he does is he tries so hard to be like President Trump now with the way he talks on social media. And he tries so hard. And anybody who's going to try to do it, don't try to do it. You can't do it. I know you want to mimic him. People want to mimic him because he's effective, but it's just him. It's just the way he is with it. It's very hard to do, and he pulls it off. All these other people, it just seems disingenuous. With him, you're like, oh yeah, he's kind of a jerk sometimes, and you're like, okay, that's just him. I'm cool with it because that's just how he is. That's his personality. He's not. Here's the thing: he's not faking it. That's what it is. It's authentic. No. It's authentic, and he knows how to do it. That's all there is to it. People like Gavin Newsom are cringe.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely cringe. Now let me ask you, what's the worst world leader position you could have right now? What do you think?
Worst world leader position right now?
Mm-hmm.
The Ayatollah.
Yeah, the supreme leader of Iran is the worst position you can have right now, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the first supreme leader of Iran was killed in the missile attacks. The second supreme leader of Iran's new supreme leader, is in a coma and has lost a leg after being seriously injured in the airstrikes. So I don't think you want the title of supreme leader of Iran.
No, they have a stockpile of them, apparently, Jack, where they're just going to replace them. Didn't they put a picture out the other day of him? And I think it was I saw this on Instagram, and maybe it was AI. I don't know. But it was like the same picture as his father, like same thing. And he just like replaced the head to make it look like he was there. Like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. It looks just like him. In fact, here, I'll show you.
Not him.
I'll show you. I show you right now exactly what he looks like. Take a look at this. This is him right here.
Yeah.
Okay. He is in a coma and has lost a leg after this airstrike right here. So I would not recommend wanting to be the new supreme leader of Iran because it doesn't end well for any of them. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. If you take that position, your life expectancy drops by about 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. You're lucky to live an extra year now. Even maybe a couple of months at the most.
At the most, a couple. I mean, couple of months. I think you're pushing it now. I think
live for a little. Well, he might. He may not. He's in a coma. Who knows?
Who knows?
They're gonna strike. What's the funny thing is, while he's in a coma, they're gonna strike the hospital while he's in the coma, wherever they put him. So if I'm telling you, if I'm the doctors, I move him to like somewhere else, so that way they don't strike the hospital. They strike over here and get that guy over there.
You know what these sick bastards would probably do though?
Use him as a human shield.
They'd use him as a human shield. They'd put kids in the freaking place wherever he is.
Yeah.
That's what these sick bastards would do, because they are sick bastards. These people they're barbarians is what they are.
Oh man, I've seen things. I've actually, and this is a true story. I have seen things where one of an Iranian person was out there trying to fight, and get this, he had 2 children. One of them was tied to the front of his body. It was like a 2-year-old tied to his chest as he was walking around. The other one was like a 2 or 3-year-old tied to his back as he was walking around. So he had a child roped to his chest and roped to his back like a bulletproof vest as he walked around fighting. It was insanity.
Absolutely insane. And here's the thing, wherever you stand on this conflict, I'm with the side that thinks that's not good. I'm going to make it real simple for you. I'm with the side that thinks it's bad to have kids as human shields for your cause. That's where I am. It's kind of simple.
Yeah, they were actually bulletproof. I mean, he treated them as his bulletproof vest. That was a new one for me. I don't think I've ever seen children actually strapped to the body of another man to use as a bulletproof vest. That was a new one for me.
Where was the bomb strapped on him, Jack? Do we know where you had the bomb? Because I mean, the 2 kids are taking up the front and the back. Did he find a place to put the bomb? I don't know.
Yeah, no. As far as I know, there wasn't a bomb, but I can tell you one thing: he was right in the middle of the fighting.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic, but nothing would surprise me.
I know. It is what it is. Let me ask you something, Jay.
Go ahead.
This is very interesting, and it's true. It's true. Have you ever heard of sperm racing?
Well, I know that sperm race each other to get to the egg. Is this what we're talking about? So we're putting bets on now?
So actually, yeah. They are right now. There is the first sperm races were held 10 months ago. Okay, and apparently, let me see if I can pull this up. I want to see if I can pull up this video right here, because it's okay, yeah. Okay, you want to see this? Now look at this. You guys are going to be shocked by this, but I'm going to tell you something, okay? The sperm racing has announced the 2026 Sperm Racing World Cup, where participants from 128 countries will compete for a $100,000 grand prize. And what they do is they ejaculate, and whoever sperm wins gets the money. And how would you like to see a sperm race?
I think I don't.
Oh, everybody wants to see a sperm race. Now, come on. Come on. You got to want to see the sperm race, okay?
All right.
Let me see if I need to maximize this. Okay, let's check this out. Here was the world's first ever sperm race in Los Angeles. Okay, we're going to check this out. We're going to remove this. I want everybody to take a look. Look at that. Oh, he won the sperm race.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. There's people there
packing a stadium for this.
Oh, they packed the stadium. They got a microscope. They won the sperm race. Take a look. Watch the sperm hit the finish line.
How do we know who's who's? Jack, hold on.
Got it.
How do we know whose is whose?
That I think what they do is maybe they time it. Hell, I don't know. Honestly, how the hell you can tell the difference?
I can't. We're done. You know
maybe they go time and they time it.
All right. Somebody do me a favor. Stop the planet from spinning. I have to get off. I have to get off of it. I have to jump off. Oh my!
Sperm racing is going to be the new NFL. Everybody is going to tune in to watch the Sperm Racing World Cup of 2026.
Now, Jack, are you sure those are all men? Or wait a minute. What if a woman says she wants to be in the sperm race? Because
she'll have to get a set of balls.
Oh, okay? I just want to make sure, because I want it to be inclusive.
Oh yeah, of course. But you got to be able to have sperm.
Well, no, Jack, that's not true. I just say that I'm a man and I want to be in the sperm race.
That's true. If you say that you're a man, you automatically are. So
all right,
there you go.
Fine. And
all right, Jay.
Wait, Jack, were they dressed as
I'm going to pull this up.
Go ahead.
Everybody, please make sure you subscribe and follow us. X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Instagram, TikTok. It really helps us out. We're also on Spotify and Apple, and our website, secretamericalive.com. Be sure to check us out. Watch live every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night, we have Eduardo Batar. It is going to be awesome. He is the leader of the opposition to the Venezuelan regime. He knows all there is to know about what's going on. He knows how to handle it. I mean, he's a really smart guy, and it's going to be our first ever experience using an interpreter. So that's going to be a new and great experience for us, I say.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure it's going to go well. And, I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that with all the information he has on Venezuela that we probably can't even fathom. So we're going to learn a lot tomorrow night. Everybody will. So definitely tune in for that one. And and listen, Jack, I think we're like 60 short of 1,000 subscribers or followers on Rumble on the Secret America channel. So guys, if you could subscribe to us or follow us on Rumble at Secret America TV and get us to 1,000, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, we've actually really been climbing on X. We're up to 9,000 now. And the good thing is total, especially on Live from America TV Network, we have like right now, we usually have like 20 or 30,000 people if you go across all the platforms that watch this show, total. So it's pretty awesome, especially live. All right, we got to go, Jay.
Yeah.
So for Jay Gatling, I am Jack Danger, and thank you for watching.
You've been listening to Secret America.